Did you cross paths with Neil at all?
Yeah. I said hi to him. He didn't acknowledge me. Just fucking weird, but no big deal.
Okay.
He's in fight mode.
Right. Yeah. How is that usually like during fight week, right? Because we talked to you about the fight and all that, but like you guys sometimes have interactions here at the hotel. You guys are staying in the same place. Is it uncomfortable? Is it weird?
Not for me. I'm normal. These guys are weenies, man. Like, we fight. It's what we do. We've been fighting a long time. Common courtesy. How you doing? Good to see you. Good morning. When they're in fight mode, I guess, like they're weird. Like most of them are weird. Like a select few have common courtesy, are normal people. How you doing? Good to see you. Good day. Like that doesn't change anything Saturday, Whatever. I just saw him. I said, hey. He just kind of, whatever. Weird.
Do you take it personal or?
No, they're just weird, man. They're just weird. No biggie.
And you're on quite a streak, man. You're looking good. Can you talk about this moment in your career? It seems like everything's coming together.
Yeah, man. I think looking where I came from, man, and where I am now, I'm winning, right? What people don't understand is where I'm from, where I'm born, where I grew up, how I grew up. I already won a long time ago. So all this is extra. And just for me, beating a guy like this, which I know I can, which I know I will do, it will just ink me for myself, All this is extra, Getting to the UFC, winning fights in the UFC, it's all extra. Guys can't even get here, and I'm knocking people out here, And what do you think's gonna happen? This is early on in my career. I got 3 KOs in a row. Like, this is just the tip of the iceberg for me. So I'm grateful. I'm blessed. I'm appreciative for where I'm at, and I try to take time to just enjoy right now because I remember where I started, and I'm just happy.
Yeah. And Neil Magny, we were just talking to him, and he's approaching like 40 fights. I mean, he's a veteran of the sport. He got called out recently by Ian Gary, I believe. He's somebody a lot of people want to fight. So I was just wondering, is he somebody that was in your radar and you wanted to cross paths with at some point?
Who?
Neil.
I mean, I'm fighting him Saturday, so yeah, I guess, right? I don't care, man. Like, I don't.
I'm saying like before the booking, like is that?
Not necessarily, man. Neil is a good guy, man. Great father, great human being, an awesome, awesome, awesome person. And I actually reached out to him a long time ago, just because he's a tall guy, kind of like myself. And we were supposed to train together a long time ago. I was supposed to go actually to his home and stay for a little bit and train. This is pre-UFC, so I'm very appreciative of that. Like, I don't forget those things. But also, he agreed to fight me first. My manager threw that name, and I was like, oh, all right, well, yeah, that's cool. How does he, like, yeah, he accepted. So I don't know if he thinks I'm a pussy or something. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, he accepted immediately. So we ain't that cool in the sense of, you know what I mean? He accepted the fight before I did. So, hey, I'll be there Saturday night to rumble.
Did that surprise you that he accepted?
Yes and no. Like I said, not really. I don't know him personally. I just know of him. I've trained with him one time. He's a great guy. But you know what I mean? Like, there's no friends in this game, clearly. So he thinks he can beat me up. He's going to try to physically harm me really bad, and I'm going to try to do the same.
And lastly, you have looked great, but you have missed weight a couple of times. So just wondering what happened there and what are some of the things that you're doing to make sure, that's dialed in.
I just miss weight, And what's a weird thing, too, with MMA, like, weight cutting there's nothing natural about weight cutting, right? I listen to commentators, and commentators are silly people because if you watch all my fights, every fight, for whatever reason, I'm the underdog. I don't know why, but I am, which I don't care. And every single fight, if you listen to them talk about me, it's very weird. Like, the way they speak on me, like, I don't know. Like, it's always negative until the guy's laid out in front of me, But, and I remember I was listening to him talk. There's like this, everyone talks about if you miss weight, how you had a bad camp or how things didn't go right. And there is nothing natural about making weight. You can bust your ass for 8 weeks, do everything right, and then 2 hours before the fight, miscalculate or don't get in the sauna long enough, and then all of a sudden you didn't train hard enough, and now in the fight, like, well, he missed weight, so let's see. That shit ain't normal. You know what I mean? Like, cutting 25 pounds is not normal. I missed weight. Not my coaches, not my nutritionist. It was my fault. It was a time error thing. I was in Orlando at home. I didn't stay at the fighter hotel. I decided to wake up very late. I got to the sauna. I didn't have enough time. Dean called me, said, hey, man, if you're not here in an hour, we're canceling your fight. I told my coach, dude, let's just make weight and show up late. I said, what are they going to do? He's like, Phil, they're going to cancel your fight. I was like, no, they're not. Maybe they would have. I was fine. Cool as a cucumber. I made the weight the night before. It was a time error. But then you listen to these weenies on the mic talk, man, he wasn't working hard enough. He cut weight. They don't know shit. Cutting weight ain't natural. I'll make weight. I'm going to show up. I'm going to rumble and try to knock this guy's head off. Sorry, man, that kind of ticked me a little bit, the weight cutting, because these guys, you know, they're just, they speak on things they don't know about, you know, but nothing's natural about making weight.
You know much about Jacksonville? I know you're Orlando-based, but coming up here, do you know anything about the town, the city? Do you plan to go out after fights?
I went to high school in Palm Coast, which is like about 45 minutes south of here. Jacksonville is, it's you know, we're in the best place in Jacksonville. Anywhere outside of here, But where we are is nice. You know what I mean? The waterfront, you know, it's nice. But other than where we are, I wouldn't go venture too many places in Jacksonville. But it's all right, you know. I've had my first professional win was in Jacksonville, House of Fame. Rest in peace, Rumble Johnson. He was like, I think he sponsored the show. I was 0-2 at that time. I fought Jeremy Bethea, and I won. So Jacksonville's a little special place to me. 2015 that was. So Jacksonville's okay, you know. It's okay.
FPC or Matanzas guy?
I went to Matanzas. Okay. I was the first graduating class of Matanzas, 2008.
Hey man, I'm not just harping on this to continue like trying to irritate you, but the weight cut thing interests me. Do you think it's kind of unfair that when a guy misses weight, goes out, puts on an amazing performance, he's not suddenly ineligible for the bonus?
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life, you know? That's odd. You got to make weight, of course, right? It's a part of the game, but that's very odd. You know what I mean? Like, and then like I've knocked out 3 people in a row, nothing, no bonus, no nothing. You know what I mean? Like. My mom is dealing with 2 forms of cancer. They're plastering her on the TV screen, talking about my mom, which I didn't ask them to do. There's no woe is me. I get it done. You know, I don't look for nobody for nothing. I don't look for favors. But if you're gonna put my mom on blast her up in the arena and talk about her and bless me, you know what I mean? Show me. I went out there and stretched the guy that makes 3 times as much money I make. You know what I mean? Show me something. Brian Battle missed weight. Shout out to Brian Battle. That's my boy. Dana sat up here and was like, you know what? I'm giving him a bonus. I laid out 3 people in a row in a sport where it's hard to finish fights. And I've finished 3 in a row. Nothing. It's all good. I just keep doing it.
Thanks, man.
Phil, back here. Do your partners at the gym like willingly know that you're going to record them when you're making videos?
No, and that's what makes it even better, you know? But they also know me, and like it's just like a sixth sense from Christ. Like I just know when something's about to pop off. Like something could be over there and I'm here. Boom. You know what I mean? And it's viral. I don't know why. I just catch all these moments. So I just have a knack for it. It's very odd. I got a spidey sense, and it saves me at times. On the way up here, I'm driving I-95. Epic crash in front of me. Literally on the highway. Boom, boom, boom. Cars everywhere. My nutritionist is in the car with me, and he's like, man, Phil, I'm surprised you saw it. But, like, I don't know why, man. You know, like, I just got a spidey sense, and it gets me out of jams. And literally on the way up here, no exaggeration, 3-car pileup, huge accident right in front of me. Like, cars smushed, looked like something out the Avengers. That spidey sense kicked in, hit the brakes on the M8, evaded the accident, no problem.
And what do you think about your promotability? Because, like, your Instagram's, I think, about 60,000 right now.
60,000 without a static post from the UFC, without no love from the UFC. I'm the most charismatic guy here. I dress the best. I put myself together the best. I'm the funniest guy. It is what it is. You know, I watch these cats. They follow me. They capitalize on things that I do, things that I say for years since I've been here. And they don't show me love. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about Phil that I don't know if it's the authenticity. I don't know if I'm too thorough. I don't know what it is, but like, it's odd, man. Like, I fought this one guy who's not in the UFC anymore, and he was undefeated when I beat him. And leading in fight week, he had like 3 static posts, and they were just pushing him. I'm like, it was weird to me. Like, for a debut, oh, Phil, he has a twin brother. He da da da. Cool. Went out, bing, 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 get him out of here. Didn't even get a post. So I don't know what it is, you know. And everything that I'm doing is organic for myself. I don't, yeah, I mean, nobody's pushing me, nobody. But I watch these guys, man. I come out with shirt designs. I see other fighters do it. I come out with jerseys. I always say it all the time. The UFC is my NBA. I was blessed with a gift to play basketball, and I let it pass me by not working hard. And I understand that. And this was hard. And I always say the UFC is my NBA. All my apparel is basketball related. I watch these guys. They make jerseys. They make bucket hats. They do what I do. It's me. It's because of me. And they're capitalizing. But all I got to keep doing is being Phil, keep laying people out. I'm the source. So the ideas don't go nowhere, you know? So I just got to keep doing what I'm doing, and that's knocking people out. And it's weird because at times I feel like I've earned it. I'm here. It's like Phil Jackson, I'm like the last man on the bench. It's like I'm inactive. You know what I mean? Like, get me in the game, coach. Throw me the ball. Like, I'm here. You know? It's weird to me. It's not like I'm on the contender. I came through the contender. It's not like I'm not in the UFC, not knocking people out. So I don't get why they don't show me a little love. You know what I mean? I guess I just got to keep knocking people out.
And then last one for me, how did the relationship with Nems come about?
Nems, shout out to Nems, fuck your life, bing bong. Nothing but New York love me, man. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from East Flatbush. New York respects me. The streets respect me respectfully. I do a lot of things for the culture. I'm a philanthropist. I'm going around to the most troubled schools in America, and I'm tapping in with the community. I talk to these kids. And it's not about me just showing face, taking pictures. It's sustainability. I'm really in these neighborhoods. I'm really talking to these kids. Diploma Plus High School in Coney Island. I'm there. I'm talking to kids. Nems is a big part of Coney Island, and he just saw what I did, and we tapped in with each other. And I'm just being Phil, you know. So I Get Your Teach On is a huge platform. Wade King is the owner of Get Your Teach On, and they have over 5,000 educators, and they empower the school systems. So they're going around the country and going to quote-unquote troubled schools and schools that need help, and they're in there from the ground up. If the infrastructure needs to be changed, they're educating teachers, they're bringing people in, and this is something that I've always wanted to do. I went to an alternative school. I got kicked out of regular school a couple times, and I see how those kids get left by the wayside. You know, luckily for me, I was just a knucklehead. You know, I came from a God-fearing home, 2 really good parents. So I knew when I did wrong, right? It was a choice on my end, you know. I always knew better. So not only should I have done better, I should have been showing other kids what to do. So after I got out that situation I was in, I always felt it was imperative that I needed to go back and talk to these kids. And I've been doing it. So Wade King saw what I was doing, and he kind of helped amplify what I was doing. Shout out to Brian Smith in the UFC. He helps me out a lot as well. And Nems tapped in with me, and we're just kind of trying to grow the reach, you know. So I'm using my little platform and trying to do better. That's all.
Thanks, bro.
Hey, Phil, I have one for you.
You're Brazilian?
Yeah.
E aí, compadre?
So that's what I'm gonna actually say. Like, I've been to your gym multiple times.
Okay.
You've been around some of the greatest names in Brazil MMA with Jacare and Macaco, and now Rodolfo. How much of that, like almost like a fellowship, shaped into your MMA career right now?
What was your name?
Rafael.
Rafael. My last name might as well be Dos Santos, man, or Souza, as many of the Brazilians that I know. And I'm tapped in, you know what I mean? Like, I've been to Brazil. I've been in the favelas out there. And what people don't understand about me, too, is the bread and butter of my game is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, bar none. Gi Jiu-Jitsu. I pull guard every damn fight I'm in. I knock people out because I get spooked in there, and then I'm just like, you know what I mean? But, like, where I'm comfortable is on my back in my closed guard. I started in Gi Jiu-Jitsu. Jacare Souza, changed the trajectory of my career. Jacare Souza put me in his corner when I was 1-2. Jacare would fly me around the world, give me money. I'm his coach. Coach. I see Andre Pederneiras, Jose Aldo, they're looking like, yo, who this nigga with Jacare? Like, who this guy? This is my coach, man. And I would feel so humbled and blessed to be there. I would be like, man, why? I would think at times in the hotel. Side note, when you're at the top of the UFC, it's a whole different experience because this is my 5th fight, and I've never experienced what Jacare was experiencing when I was cornering him. You know what I mean? Like the doors, the rooms they got you staying in open up like this. You know what I mean? There's kitchens. It's different, you know? And I would always say, man, why am I, like, even one time I said, Jacare, man, you know, you can have some, no, man, you will be here, man. You will be here, man. You're the best, man. You need to see this, man. You need to walk. You need to see this. And he believed in me when I was 1-2, when many people didn't. When many people didn't think I'd get here. And he gave me opportunity, and I would always be indebted to him for that. I cornered him numerous times in the UFC, 4 or 5 times. So I got the feel for the UFC early on. 2-2, 3-2, I'm with Jacare. You know what I mean? So just being that great white shark, to being a little fish under his dorsal, you know what I mean? Collecting the scraps, you learn so much, you know? And I tapped in with so many people because of him. Damian Maia, you name it. I can sit here for hours, how many people that I've rolled with and got to meet because of Jacare. I go to Brazil, I'm 3-2 at the time. Hey, Philly, hey, man, picture, man, Jacare, hey, man. Like, it's crazy, you know? So I came up that way. Now I train with Rodolfo Vieira. So I've always been around the elite jiu-jitsu practitioners, and I'm grateful, and I never take it for granted. You know, I never take training with Lyoto Machida for granted. I never take, as much as he tries to knock my head off, you know what I mean? That man talks in parables. I never take it for granted training with Macaco. So I'm just enjoying every second of it, grateful, and just being humble for all the opportunities that all those Brazilian guys have given me.
That's awesome. And back in 2017, I think you gave me and Paulo Costa a haircut.
Oh, word. Okay, copy.
How was
Ohashina.
you still doing that?
Of course. So I've been cutting hair since I was 12. It's just something I enjoy doing. I have a barbershop in my house, so I chopped up you and Paulo when you guys came through. I've cut Jacare. I've cut everybody, you know. So that's pretty cool. I forgot about that.
Hey, good fight, man.
Thank you.
Take us back that fight 2015, 8 years ago here in Jacksonville. You were 0-2 at the time. What could you have imagined that you'd be back here 8 years from now in Jacksonville again, from 8 years on from now in UFC?
Specifically here, no. In Jacksonville, no. Where I'm at, in retrospect, absolutely. You know, I believed in me from day one, and I knew I'd be here. And I remember walking out House of Fame at the waterfront. It was over here somewhere. Sick promotion. They must have ran out of money. Like, there's no way you can have a promotion the production was like, it looked like the UFC. But I remember before I walked out, I was like, Phil, if you lose this one, that is it. In the sense of not quitting, but like, we got to keep this train rolling. We got to figure out a new path, you know, because this ain't it. And I just knew he'd have to kill me that evening, and he didn't, for me to stop my trajectory, and I ended up getting the win, and I'm blessed to be here.